Hello and welcome to another edition of Loco for Leeds. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United, and today I'm going to review the game what's just happened, the 1-0 win away at the Riverside against Borough. It's our third consecutive 1-0 win, third consecutive clean sheet, unbeaten in 4 now, and I believe that we're well and truly on our way to promotion. I think it's going to happen, and I think today we looked solid. I don't think we ever really looked in any danger of conceding. Kiko had a solid game, which will again do his confidence a boost again, and the whole defence really as well. And I just thought we started a bit slowly. I felt Borough, if they had a bit more about them, might have punished us on another day. But I think I think they'll go down, actually, to be honest. And I said in my preview that I don't think that they would. But having seen a bit of that and thinking, they just don't look very good at all. We did in the first half give them a few kind of opportunities in the counter attack, and they just wasted them completely. And I think I think that's something that against a better opposition I think we need to be careful of. But overall I think we dominated it from bar probably the first sort of 10-15 minutes, where they had probably a good spell of possession but never really looked like scoring. But I think from then on we dominated and we looked menacing in the attacks, and I felt like it was a game that we were. The first goal was massive, wasn't it? Obviously they always are, but I think with Leeds they are. It just gives us up until 1-0, up until that goal goes in, you always think, are we ever going to score? Because we do. From like I said, the first sort of 15 minutes we started to dominate, but we didn't really look like we were in full force and gonna score goals, because it looked as if it was maybe going to be a frustrating night where we did a lot of work down the wings again, but we didn't quite get the end result. But obviously in the end it was a really important time to score, wasn't it, with Klitsch. He obviously has enjoyed playing against Middlesbrough, as I think a lot of teams have this season, to be honest. But he's got 3 goals in the 2 games against them this season. So yeah, I think it's a game where we just need to get points now. I don't think it really matters about performance, to be honest. And it's another result that we go on and we win the game. We get out of there and we have the 3 points. Unfortunately for us, I guess Fulham got a late winner, which puts them on to 60 points. We're on 65, so it's as you were really at the top there. The gap's still 5 points. It would have been 6 if Fulham didn't win. 6 from Forest, who are on 59 points. But yeah, I felt like today we were good value for the win. Like I say, I think at points I would like to see a bit more kind of tighter defensively. Like I say, against better opposition, I feel like we would have been punished, particularly in the first half. And I think what I'd like to say really about that game is I'm sick of seeing this. I'm sick of the sight of Bamford up front. Really, I think that in the first half, in the first 15 minutes, he should be scoring that header. He should have buried it. He had another chance to score not long after that, but he's so bad. I mean, he's obviously really lacking in confidence, but he's a player that if we go up, I don't want to see him play in the Premier League. I really don't. And I hope that if we go up, that we get a lot better in than him. I think Augustin was apparently injured today, so he didn't even make the bench. But if you look at and it's lucky that we got that goal in the first half, really, because if we didn't, and it gets to like the 75th, 80th minute, and you're looking at the, probably before that, you're looking at the bench thinking, who are we bringing on? Jordan Stevens, or or whatever that. It's all the young players, and I just don't think they're, a lot of them, to be honest with you, aren't up to it at all. You know, I mean, who's going to get us goals on the bench there if we're at 0-0 going into the kind of last 20 minutes or so? There's nobody, is there? I mean, yeah, there isn't anybody, and we just need Bamford to pull his weight, but he's just not. And I think, but and I think as well, when obviously when Phillips isn't playing, we're just not, we're not as combative in the midfield. I think Ben White's a bit soft, in his challenges. I think the whole team are really, actually. And you could see that Middlesbrough really, they went for it a bit. They were a bit feisty in the tackles and stuff, and I think a lot of the time we're a bit too nice. And I think Phillips gives us a bit more of an edge. He goes in with the tackle, and he just stops everything that the opposition try and do, really. So hopefully his absence was just precautionary, because I think there's a massive gap in the centre of midfield, really, when he's not there. Another point I'd like to say about the performance is the performance of Pablo again. I think Hernandez, he was at it on Saturday. I don't think he was really at it today. There was a few nice passes and everything going around from him, but I don't know. He looks tired for me, and he doesn't really look really at it. But on a positive note, I thought Costa played well. I thought Harrison played well, and Klitsch, and it was good to see Klitsch get the goal as well, of course. And like I said, he's enjoyed playing against Middlesbrough this season. He's got 3 and 2, and I think on to Hull, which is another tricky game. Hull are in pretty much the same form as Middlesbrough are. They lost again tonight to Barnsley, so that's no win in 9 for them now since New Year's Day again. So same as Middlesbrough, we go there on Saturday at 12:30 kickoff. So we're going all right, and like I say, it's not about so much about performances now. It's about winning games. It's about picking up points, and that's what we've done in the last 4 games. Really, obviously the last 3 games 1-0 wins, and I'd just like to really say about Kiko as well, which I think I've given him a bit of stick, and I think a lot of people have, but I think he's really come out, and he's performed well these last 3 games after that howler at Brentford, and I think he's come on and he's come back stronger, and I think the crowd have really helped him. You can hear them singing his name and everything, and they've really backed him, and I think that's done him the world of good. And it's great to see us back on form, back amongst the wins. But I think a few of our team, have to look at themselves and just think, well, am I doing enough here? Because, I don't really think a few of them are. I think Cooper as well is still a little bit accident prone, but overall we got the 3 points tonight. That's all that matters. Beat Middlesbrough again, which is always good, isn't it, to beat Middlesbrough. Always a bit of a rivalry going on between the two teams, and so that's nine points out of 3 games, 3 wins in a row, onwards and upwards, and we move on to Hull on Saturday lunchtime. So yeah, great stuff. If you like this video, remember to subscribe. I'd like to hear, of course, what you guys think about the result and about the performance as well. But yeah, remember to subscribe and like. There'll be more content similar to this coming. But marching on together, great win today. and I'll see you all next time.